ZeBirdBrain, and today we are talking about the general interface, more specifically shortcuts. Even more specifically, why in Harmony brush tool is not just B, it's Alt plus B, or that weird symbol thing from Mac plus B. So in Harmony, why are every shortcuts Alt or... Okay, I'm gonna default to Alt, but assume that I'm also talking about people with Mac computers that have the special thingy, okay? So Alt plus B. Or the eraser is, you know, Alt plus E. So why is there the Alt button? So I know that for some of you guys, it's annoying because you're like, another software, it's just B, and I prefer it when it's just letters. So sometimes you guys go into shortcuts and you remove that, and that's okay. Like the animation police is not gonna barge in your room and be like, hey, you need to use the Alt key because Harmony was coded that way. No. But maybe it's because you don't know how cool it is. So I'm gonna show you what it does, okay? So before you remove it, just know what it does. And if you don't like that feature, you can remove it. It's fine, but hear me out, okay? So in Harmony, there's many shortcuts. I have this sheet there. I have many sheets actually, which, by the way, are all available for free on my Discord because they were part of one of the Winterfest advent calendar. I forgot which one, but they're here. You can just take them. It's free. Print them. They're beautiful. They're pink, yellow, and cyan. So with all these shortcuts, there's always Alt in front. So why is it there? So I'm gonna show you quickly. So if I have my brush tool and I'm drawing something, guess what? I'm gonna draw a crown. Very surprising, right? So I have this crown, but what if I want to erase something because maybe I don't like the face? I made a sad crown, but I want it to be a happy crown. So I have two choices. Either go to the eraser, click on it, and then use it, which works. You could also use whatever shortcut you have to permanently switch to the eraser. You know, it works, but then you have to re-click to get the brush back, which is kind of annoying for me. So the Alt button is there so that you can use your brush tool, which, again, the shortcut is Alt plus B. And you can also use eraser, which, by the way, the shortcut is Alt plus E, you know, for eraser. These make sense. They don't all make sense, but these ones do. So if I just have my brush and I'm drawing, if I want to switch permanently to my eraser, this is when you have to click on Alt and E. And then it's gonna switch permanently to my eraser until I re-press on Alt plus B to permanently get my brush. Okay, so for the permanent change, you have to press both, which is where it kind of gets annoying for some people that use other software. But the Alt is there to make the change temporary. So what if I have my brush active and I just want to erase temporarily, and maybe I have a tablet that doesn't have a eraser on top of my stylus? You know, most tablets do, but like some don't. You can use Alt to have a temporary shortcut. So I'm drawing, and then I'm just gonna press and hold E, just this one, and it's going to erase. So the Alt makes it a temporary tool, and this works for any, don't quote me, okay? I'll say this works for 99% of all the tools that have Alt in front. So if it's a tool and you give it a shortcut that is Alt plus something, the Alt means it can be used temporarily, which is very useful because if you're drawing something, maybe I'm drawing like a crown and I'm drawing it like that, you know, classic thing that you can cut. Instead of switching to the cutter, I can just temporarily get the cutter, cut what I don't need, then release the T shortcut because cutter is T. So the cutter tool's shortcut is T. Because C was already taken, okay? And there's a lot of T in cutter, so, you know, T. So the shortcut is Alt plus T, so that I can use my brush and temporarily just press on T to cut what I don't need, and then go back to drawing, which makes cleanup so fast because you can just close these as you go, and it's very, very efficient to work like that, okay? It's great. So if you don't like that, then remove the Alt. I just wanted to show you why it was there, because sometimes you open the software, you're like, why the heck is it Alt? It sucks, I hate it. And you just remove it without asking further question. But I'm answering the further questions before you have them, okay? So it's there to indicate that a tool can be used temporarily. But it's not all the tool you want to be able to use temporarily. So that's why there's tools that have Alt and there's tools that don't have it. And that's the way that the devs found to kind of differentiate if you want this to be temporary or not. So I insist, whatever you choose, to have the Alt in front of your shortcuts or not, it doesn't matter. The only one that truly matters, and I have to warn you, it's the brush tool. The shortcut for the brush tool is Alt plus B. I strongly advise against making your brush just B. Give it another letter. Don't give it B. This is because if you go in the software and you work with other things than just drawing, B is used to navigate a hierarchy. So if I go here and I have a hierarchy of nodes, if I press B, I go up the hierarchy, and if I press Shift B, I go down the hierarchy. So it's these shortcuts are fundamental to Harmony. So if you change them, if you're in a studio and you change your brush to B, I guarantee people are gonna be mad at you, and with a reason, because it's how the software functions, right? So if anyone goes at your desk and tries to use the B shortcut and it wrecks their scene, then it's not great. Okay, so that's the one that I don't recommend changing. Change any of the other one, but the B shortcut, leave it for what it's supposed to be, which is getting up and down a hierarchy. And with that, I'm gonna wish you a happy week and see you again next time. Bye-bye!